All right, viewers, welcome back. Our top focus is Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to the US. So far, the Prime Minister has successfully concluded business end of the Quad Summit and delivered a power-packed address to the Indian diaspora in New York. Now, he also held bilaterals with several world leaders and addressed a high-level roundtable with tech CEOs. Let's start with the address the Prime Minister had actually given when he arrived to a jam-packed Coliseum, and he received a rockstar welcome as one would expect, as always, and now a mainstay of all his offshore visits. After a series of cultural performances, the Prime Minister repeatedly praised Indians in the US and said that for him they have always been India's brand ambassadors, or the Rashtraduts for the world. AI means artificial intelligence, but for him, the Prime Minister, it is America, India. What follows was a list of achievements of India and the contribution made by his government taking India ahead. He spoke of NDA's achievements since 2014 and also said that India has emerged as a strong voice of the global south, and now the world is listening to it. The Prime Minister then extolled the Indian electoral process and his eventual victory, and the Ab Ki Baar slogan made a return to his public address. The PM addressed that he had very big ambitions for the third term and needed to move forward 3 times the speed, strength and commitment.
आप कल्पना कर सकते हैं, अमेरिका की कुल आबादी से भी करीब 2 गुने वोटर्स, इतना ही नहीं, पूरे यूरोप की कुल आबादी से ज्यादा वोटर्स, इतने सारे लोगों ने भारत में अपना वोट डाले। जब हम भारत की डेमोक्रेसी का उसका स्केल देखते हैं तो और भी गर्व होता है। तीन महीने का पोलिंग प्रोसेस, 15 मिलियन यानी 1.5 करोड़ लोगों का पोलिंग स्टाफ, 1 मिलियन यानी 10 लाख से ज्यादा पोलिंग स्टेशन, 2,500 से ज्यादा पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज, 8,000 से ज्यादा कैंडिडेट्स, अलग अलग भाषाओं के हजारों न्यूज़पेपर्स, सैकड़ों रेडियो स्टेशन, सैकड़ों टीवी न्यूज चैनल, करोड़ों सोशल मीडिया अकाउंट्स, लाखों सोशल मीडिया चैनल्स, ये सब भारत की डेमोक्रेसी को वाइब्रेंट बनाते हैं। ये फ्रीडम ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन के विस्तार का दौर है। आज का भारत दुनिया में एक नए कैटलिस्ट एजेंट की तरह उभर रहा है और इसका प्रभाव हर सेक्टर में दिखेगा। ग्लोबल ग्रोथ के प्रोसेस को तेज करने के लिए भारत का रोल अहम होगा। ग्लोबल पीस के प्रोसेस को तेज करने के लिए भारत का रोल अहम होगा। ग्लोबल क्लाइमेट एक्शन को स्पीड अप करने में भारत का रोल अहम होगा। ग्लोबल स्किल गैप को दूर करने में भारत का रोल अहम होगा। ग्लोबल इनोवेशंस को नई दिशा देने में भारत का रोल अहम होगा। ग्लोबल सप्लाई चेन में स्टेबिलिटी के लिए भारत का भूमिका अहम होगा। साथियों, भारत के लिए शक्ति और सामर्थ्य का अर्थ है, भारत के लिए शक्ति और सामर्थ्य Knowledge is for sharing. Wealth is for caring. Power is for protecting. इसलिए भारत की प्राथमिकता दुनिया में अपना दबाव बढ़ाने की नहीं, अपना प्रभाव बढ़ाने की है। हम आग की तरह जलाने वाले नहीं, हम सूरज के किरण की तरह रोशनी देने वाले लोग हैं। हम विश्व पर अपना दबदबा नहीं चाहते, हम विश्व की समृद्धि में अपना सहयोग बढ़ाना चाहते हैं।
And the Prime Minister also interacted with the technology industry leaders in New York at a roundtable meeting. This meeting focused on artificial intelligence, biotechnology, computing and semiconductor technologies. Addressing the gathering, the PM highlighted the importance of artificial technology for developing nations and hailed India's advances in the AI field. Listen in.
जिस प्रकार से एविएशन सेक्टर ग्लोबल गवर्नेंस बन चुका है, वैसा ही डिजिटल हमें ग्लोबल गवर्नेंस का मॉडल ही खड़ा करना पड़ेगा। किसी एक देश का गवर्नेंस, रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशन डिजिटल वर्ल्ड के लिए चलने वाला नहीं है। और हमारे सामने मॉडल है, एविएशन सेक्टर एक सक्सेसफुल मॉडल है, सब लोग उसको फॉलो करते हैं। तो मैं G20 में इस विषय को मैंने बहुत आग्रह से रखा है, आगे भी मेरा ये प्रयास है।
We also have statement viewers from tech CEOs on their meeting with the Prime Minister. Google CEO Sundar Pichai has said that Prime Minister pushed them and continues to push them in the right direction. Making and designing in India is the focus. There are many other CEOs who've spoken out. Listen into all these reactions.
Prime Minister has been focused on transforming India with his Digital India vision. He pushed us to continue making in India, designing in India. We are proud to now make our Pixel phones manufactured in India, and we are proud to be partnering with India. We are robustly investing in AI in India, and we look forward to doing more. We have several programs in partnership with MeitY, the Agriculture and Health Ministries, the central and state governments, and we look forward to doing more in India. He has always challenged all of us to do more for India.
I've enjoyed so many meetings with Prime Minister. He's such an incredible student. And every time I see him, he wants to learn about technology, artificial intelligence, the potential and opportunity for India, the impact on India's society and industry. And so I was delighted to be here to talk about it. India, as you know, is also home of some of the world's greatest computer scientists. So this is a great opportunity. Artificial intelligence is also a new industry, a new manufacturing industry that's very important. And so I'm looking forward to partnering with India in a very deep way to make that possible.
We had a wonderful meeting with Prime Minister Modi to exchange ideas about the advancement of technology, the use of AI and biotechnology, and the growth of India as an emerging superpower economically. We have already a large research-based center in India. We plan to grow that. But maybe more importantly, the products we make, particularly for common conditions like obesity and diabetes, which unfortunately afflict so many Indians, we'll be bringing to this market at scale.
All right, Srinjoy is joining us live on the broadcast. Srinjoy, we just heard the statement of the tech CEOs, obviously really a testament of India's growing economic prowess. Help us understand, first of all, the key meetings the Prime Minister had held. He not only met the tech CEOs, but also the Palestinian president. Take us through all these key meetings and the significance really of the same.
Well, the Palestinian situation deserves attention. The war has been going on for almost a year, if you count October 7th. And since then, there has been a lot of fighting. About 40,000 people, many of them women and children, have died in this fighting on both sides. Now it's important to find a solution. And perhaps if India can help out it will certainly help not just the Palestinians and the Israelis, it will help India, it will help the world, because it will remove one of the two major crises in the world today, the other being the Russia-Ukraine war. That's really the first thing. Secondly, as far as these tech issues are concerned, India clearly has a foot in the door, because many of these top tech people in the world, many of them are in America and many of them are of Indian origin. Of course, Sundar Pichai and Satya Nadella are the top two. Then you have the Adobe people, also Indian. So as a result, India has an opportunity, and India is looking at two things. One is, if these move to India, if many of the manufacturing issues come up and they move to India, India has the technology, India has the people, it will help the world, it will help India. As Prime Minister says, you make in India for the world. And as far as tech issues are concerned, well, that is an opportunity. The second thing is really the new technologies that are coming up. Artificial intelligence, quantum computing, biotechnology, stuff like that. There are people in India very bright, very capable, and if there are startups or if all these big firms move at least a section of them, their work to India, India will benefit, the world will benefit. That is the message the Prime Minister has driven home today.
Absolutely, Srinjoy. Big message by the Prime Minister. Thank you for joining us. Viewers, meanwhile, the Prime Minister also held a bilateral meeting, which we were speaking of, with the Palestinian president as well. And the Prime Minister expressed deep concerns over the humanitarian situation existing in Gaza, and also reaffirmed India's continued support to the Palestinian people. The Prime Minister also held a bilateral with Nepal's Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli. This was the first meeting between the two leaders after KP Oli took over as the Nepalese Prime Minister for the third time in July this year. The talks basically focused on issues such as energy, technology and trade as well. All right, with that, we'll step into a short commercial break. News and updates on the other side. Please don't go anywhere.